Hey everyone, I'm Joe and this is Not So Average Joe. Today I'm going to be reacting to the new Tomb Raider trailer for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'm really excited about this. My first game I ever got on PlayStation 1 with my PlayStation 1 was Tomb Raider 1, and I absolutely loved that game. I fell in love with the Tomb Raider series from that day forward, and although the gameplay and the story, clearly the graphics have developed a huge deal since then, I've always stuck with the series. I've always been intrigued by Lara Croft's backstory. I've loved playing around at a mansion. I remember at the age of 11, 12, I only wanted to go on Tomb Raider to play in the mansion originally, just to have a go around, commit suicide, dive off the building, break my neck, run around the house and gardens, trying to hide from the terrifying butler. Let's be honest, he was creepy as shit. So glad we got to lock him in the freezer, and if it was real life, I would have left him in there. I'll be honest with you. Creepy as hell. And you couldn't even kill him, no matter how many times you shot at him. Anyway, Butler aside, Tomb Raider was my all-time favourite game series. It was my first game I ever played. When Tomb Raider 2 came out, I was really excited. The graphics improved as we got further along. And the villains, I just love the villains in the Tomb Raider series as well, Starting with like Jacqueline Natler, just the original queen of villains, and she was amazing. And I, as a character, and I actually wanted to see her come back, and you don't see that a lot of villains in computer games, but I wanted to see that character come back. And I always like to see how the next Tomb Raider is going to challenge Lara Croft. Obviously with Tomb Raider there's got to be a lot of raiding tombs. I wouldn't be too keen on it if it's, I know the recent games have gone away from that a little bit, but it's still got various tombs in there as little side challenges almost. And the quests, I love a lot of the puzzles you have to do. That's why I love Tomb Raider. The puzzle element is what I've always loved. That's why I love Resident Evil, and I'm going to react to the new trailer for that too. But yeah, the puzzle element of these games, I love the first person shooting. I will correct myself. I've always been a relatively solitary gamer, so Tomb Raider and Resident Evil are both franchises that you can easily play in the comfort of your own home by yourself. And they're also, in their own way, survival games. Open world, puzzle, survival games, horror games. That's my style of gaming, so that's the sort of thing that really excites me. So after taking a break from Tomb Raider due to Angel of Darkness, which I thought was a terrible game, I still haven't completed it to this day because the gameplay was so terrible. I couldn't work out the controls properly. It frustrated me. It's effectively, Angel of Darkness is probably one of the first rage games ever created. It was not great, and the plot of the game I didn't really enjoy either. The story, a bit weak. When Legend came out and when Tomb Raider Underworld came out, that was a game changer. The graphics were significantly improved. It was just an immersive, incredible experience. Particularly Underworld. I love the story around the Norse gods and Thor's hammer and Valhalla. I really enjoyed that storyline, and we got to learn a lot more about Lara Croft's backstory regarding her mother and why her mother wasn't around when she was a child and during the Tomb Raider. Why we heard of her dad, but we didn't really hear of her mother, and it was a really interesting plot. When I heard about the new Tomb Raider series, I was really excited. I was a bit apprehensive at first because I could see that from the trailers and the advertising materials that they'd completely changed her appearance. I know she was a younger Lara Croft, but Lara Croft is such an iconic figure, such an iconic character in gaming history. With the hair, the double duo guns, the hot pants shorts, her particular style is what made Lara Croft, and that type of style is synonymous with Lara Croft. So to change that entirely was a bit of a risk. It was a risk that paid off though, because once again it was still Lara Croft. She sounded like Lara Croft. She was Lara Croft, just younger. And we got to learn a bit more about her and how she became the sort of person she was, how she learned the skills that she did. and once again, I thought that was spectacular. I love the storyline. It's a shame the new Tomb Raider film completely ripped off that storyline from the rebooted Tomb Raider. The film basically followed the storyline of the game, but with no depth or character development whatsoever, really. Except for Lara Croft just kept getting beaten up and wasn't really doing much kick-ass herself. I still haven't played Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I'm desperate to play it. I've just been too busy, and I really want that to be the next game I play. I hope I get to play it, and obviously I will play that before Shadow of the Tomb Raider, maybe even back to back, but hopefully I'll play it and have it finished before this new Tomb Raider 3, effectively, of the reboot, comes out. What I want to see from this trailer is more of the Tomb Raider we know and love coming out. It's the third game of the reboot now, and you know, she started off young, she's developing as an adult, as a young adult, and I want to see her develop into the Tomb Raider, into the Lara Croft that we know and love very well. So let's go and watch the trailer.
Peggy 18.
Your crystal dynamics. It's gone very tribal. I'm loving it. Is this like Aztec Mayan, South America? That's what it's looking like. It's like Tomb Raider meets Marine Corps. Good work. Sacrificial. It's very much the rebooted Lara Croft. Their element of it straying from Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider in terms of the way she looks.
After all I've sacrificed.
Visuals are spectacular. Gorgeous, gorgeous visuals.
What will I become?
So good. Now she's going to become the Tomb Raider. It's like the last in the trilogy of the reboot, effectively, to link up with who she's going to become. That's really good, that trailer. The visuals are stunning. Obviously that's not gameplay visuals, but yeah, I mean, that's definitely got me intrigued. It feels like I've seen this before. It reminds me of, I don't know which Tomb Raider it was. Is it Tomb Raider Legend? There is a Tomb Raider where she's got to stop the Mayan prophecy, and there's like the Mayan calendar. I don't. If anyone can update me on which Tomb Raider that is, I can't remember which one it is actually. But that's what it reminds me of. I love Mayan, Aztec, Inca culture. I love South American tribal culture. And I've watched many documentaries on the hidden secrets of Mayan and Inca ruins and their ways of life, and how it was affected, obviously, when Spanish and Portuguese settlers moved to South America and effectively wiped majority of them out due to a disease. The rest began to adapt to a more modern way of life, and that's how society is today in many parts of South America. You've got a mix of native descendants along with the Spanish and Portuguese descendants, particularly the Spanish descendants in Central America. So Tomb Raider has always had a legendary feel to it, whether it's the Norse gods or, I don't know, something more supernatural. There's always a supernatural and magical element to a Tomb Raider game, but also intermixed with a lot of the cultures of bygone eras. And this is obviously indicative of Mayan culture, human sacrifice, traditions, the way the masks they wear, the way they dress, but also it's indicative of a lost world, which is another theme that's really common in Tomb Raider games, whether it's a lost world full of dinosaurs or whether it is the lost city of, I don't know, Atlantis. I don't think Atlantis is seen in the Tomb Raider game, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Lost cities, lost tombs, they're all themes of a Tomb Raider game, and I love the way the new reboots are continuing to focus on this, because it's a integral part of a Tomb Raider game, along with Lara Croft herself. Her expeditions are equally or more important, and they haven't changed her style, but judging by some of the dialogue, it looks like she's finally going to learn who she's about to become. So this might be the last in the rebooted series where Lara Croft has let her hair down effectively. I want to see her develop into the Lara Croft we know and love. So yeah, that was an amazing trailer. I hope to see a less dramatic version and more of a gameplay type trailer next. And yeah, it's really interesting. And the way the child that was about to be sacrificed seemed to be scared to take the hand of Lara Croft. Could be part, once again, as a result of part of the culture. People that are about to be sacrificed know they're being sacrificed, and they're being sacrificed for the greater good of the gods. So that child or anyone that's been sacrificed might agree to be sacrificed. Not necessarily. There's a lot of evidence that it was against people's wills, but at the same time, many people might have volunteered to do it for the benefit of their people. Sacrifices can be made to improve crop yield, to bring the rains, to bring prosperity, and that's been the case in many cultures. And I really hope they do Central and South American cultures, such as the Mayan dynasty, justice. I don't want them to water anything down. I want the colours, I want the designs, I want everything to be pretty accurate, because that'll just make the game ever the more believable. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Watch my Resident Evil trailer reaction as well. I'll be uploading more reactions and reviews of films and game and video trailers, so keep a watch out for them. If you have any comments about anything I said, or want to correct anything I said maybe, feel free to comment below. I'm sure I'll reply back. And keep watching. Bear with me, I'm trying to upload 2 or 3 videos a week. I'm working very hard at the moment. This is my 6th day of work in a row, so I'm pretty tired. So bear with me. So thanks everyone for their support. Keep watching and you'll reap the rewards in the long run.